We've seen fragments before, enough to confirm that he kept journals, but nothing like this. Are they just fantasies that sustain him, or are they a record of 9 more murders?
The police say they have a confession, that you made a number of admissions.
I've no memory of that.
I understand he's conscious.
Yes,
But there is an issue.
it seems Mr. Spectre suffered some memory loss.
Are we supposed to be taking this seriously?
I think we have to.
Do you know who that is?
No.
You will be held on remand in hospital until arrangements can be made to transfer you to a secure psychiatric clinic.
If she told the truth in the first place about Spectre's whereabouts, and perhaps Rose Stagg would not have been put through the ordeal that she has.
Drink it all up. Good girl.
Why are you so kind to me? I've done the things that the police say I've done, then I'm a monster.
It's my job.
He's just the sort of person who would feign amnesia if he felt that there was something to be gained from it.
Even for the sheer delight of duping people, particularly experts.
Someone like me, for example.
I'll find a murder that looks promising.
Law student, Susan Harper. The only problem is there is someone doing time for it.
I'll pray for you.
Rise and shine.
Time to get up. Stella for star.
Hi, Mum and Daddy, please.
There are no scratches or nail marks on the soft parts of the victim's face. No bruising or lacerations to the mouth or nose to suggest they were held closed by a hand.
The original case file suggests that David Alvarez suffocated her using a pillow.
There was no saliva, blood, or tissue cells on any of the pillows, were there?
Could have been washed.
Yes, they could. Do we have the toxicology report?
Page 5, ma'am.
How was the report done?
Susan Harper's body was found cool to the touch on a Monday morning. Toxicology was 24 hours later during autopsy. Tests 24 hours after that on the Wednesday. Based on these figures, I'd say the victim took cocaine within hours, minutes even, from death.
Do we have anything at all to put Paul Spectre or Peter Baldwin in London in 2002?
Nothing as yet, Mum.
Is there a plastic bag found at the scene?
No mention that I've seen.
Paul Spectre is due to be moved today, which means the next part of his assessment is about to begin. We have to keep believing that it will go to trial. And when it does, we have to put together as strong an evidential case to the PPS as we possibly can. We have to be ready.
The truth of a confession is immaterial. What is of crucial importance is how the confession was obtained, not whether or not it's true. The court must exclude the confession if it finds it was obtained by oppression or under circumstances likely to render it unreliable.
I've read the transcripts. Didn't see any signs of oppression.
I'm not so sure. The circumstances are certainly unusual. Why is a superintendent doing the job of a constable or sergeant interviewing a suspect? Surely when you get to her level, you supervise, manage, and direct the officers, not do their job.
Was that his request? Just you, Stella? No one else?
That's my point. She didn't really use any standard interview techniques. She didn't offer psychological excuses or minimize the seriousness of Spectre's crimes. She didn't praise or flatter. She even used leading questions that elicited one-word answers. Almost not like a police interview at all. More like an intimate conversation. She didn't need to establish a rapport because their relationship had already been established on the phone. While they were still hunting him, it's claimed Spectre and Gibson had private conversations. She gave him her personal phone number. They even suggest he was in her hotel room. Why would he do something so risky just to leave an entry in her diary? It speaks of a kind of obsession.
Stella?
Yes.
How nice to hear your voice again.
Is that you, Peter?
Yes.
Why are you calling me?
Because I'm looking up at the sky. Stella. Shining star. It's a beautiful night. Made me think of you.
Do we have that diary, that entry?
Hasn't been disclosed so far.
Get it. So, she seduced a confession from him.
Maybe.
If you can support what you're suggesting with case law legal principles, I might include it in the brief.
These are all of the books from Spectre's lockup, ma'am. Ma'am, there's something you should see.
The wife of the man the police claim is the Belfast Strangler was involved in a bizarre incident earlier this morning, captured on video by a passer-by as it unfolded. Images that some viewers may find disturbing.
Oh my God, that's a car. Oh my God, be careful!
The car being engulfed by the incoming tide belongs to Sally Anne Spectre, 32. The windows are raised, the doors are locked. Inside are her 2 children. The girl, aged 8, can be heard calling for help.
Michael!
Jesus Christ.
At last, it seems the doors are unlocked and the 2 children are lifted clear and carried to safety. In the background, Sally Anne Spectre can be seen walking unsteadily away from the car through the shallows. A moment later, the car is almost washed away.
Somebody help that woman!
The family was airlifted by police helicopter to the Belfast General Hospital, where Paul Spectre is being treated for gunshot wounds he sustained in police custody.
How are we to know she was that desperate?
It's what women do with their anger, Jim. They harm themselves, or extensions of themselves, their children. In what frame of mind must she have been in to think that they were all better off dead? Instead of caring for her, and supporting her, all we could do was drag her through the courts and threaten her with prison.
It wasn't just down to me. The DPP was of a similar mind.
Yeah. Well, now you can add attempted murder to her list of charges.
All I ever wanted to do was keep those children safe, Stella. That's all.
Haley? Right. Thanks for letting me know. Spectre's wife and children will be taken to the general.
What?
Been on the news. See if you can find it on your phone.
Point of care testing found benzos in the girl's urine. We haven't managed to sample from the other 2. The son, Liam, is GCS 12, 13. With stimulation, he's rousable.
Check the summary care record. See, she's on the blues.
Severe anxiety and insomnia. 5 milligrams TDS titrating to a maximum of 10. Review after 2 weeks.
So the mother fed the kids the anxiolytics and then drove them into the sea.
Looks like it. She's unresponsive. Not saying anything.
Pupils are mid-size and reactive. How's his blood glucose?
Normal.
He might need flumazenil. Let's put him into pediatric ICU to keep an eye on him.
Right now she's conscious but not talking. I don't think she's fit for psych evaluation yet. We're moving the boy up to the kids' ICU. The girl is awake. She seems okay.
Have you seen the newsreel footage?
No.
It looks like a deliberate attempt to kill herself and her children.
A cry for help?
Maybe. Can I say hello?
Sure.
Hello, Olivia. Do you remember me? How are you feeling?
Bullet fragments in Mr. Spectre's body contain no iron, so he had the MRI scan this morning. There's an absence of evidence for established infarct, but a suggestion here of a loss of gray-white matter differentiation. Now, that may be in keeping with ischemic insult in the frontal temporal lobe region, but I can't say it explains the memory loss. I'll pass the results on to Dr. Larson and he can include them in his assessment.
Do we know what happened to his wife and children? How are they?
No serious injury, I think, but I'm awaiting a call from the ED consultant.
Has Mr. Spectre been informed?
Not yet. I'm going to wait for further information.
I think we have to make a holding statement of some sort.
Definitely.
I mean, everyone will have seen it by now. Let's confirm that an incident happened, identify the individuals involved. Well, there's nothing else. No speculation about motivation.
The press will do that for us.
Yeah. Will you handle this, please, man?
I'll sit down with DCI so we to work something out.
Sound the warning to the press. And Matt, show a human face.
Okay, let's go. Keep an eye on him on the way up.
Paul, the police claim your fingerprints are in a pair of decorating shears. They say the shears of the scissors tested positive for Joe Broly's DNA blood sample. They were retrieved from the water here.
I know where that is. I go running there sometimes.
Is it possible you came across the scissors while you were running? Considered them dangerous? Picked them up and threw them into the water out of harm's way?
I don't remember any scissors.
The one real eyewitness is his sister, Annie Brawley. After the attack and before you were arrested, you went to see her in hospital.
I did. Why?
She was grieving the death of her brother. You were employed by the Alice Munro Fund to offer her support, counselling.
What happened?
Nothing. You talked.
She said you were helpful.
Hold on, sorry, I'm very confused here. This is someone that police say that I attacked?
Yes.
Well, why didn't she recognize me?
I don't know.
Why would I go and visit someone that I'd attacked? What if she recognized me? What if she started screaming? Doesn't make sense.
You do have alibis for all of the murders. They have been provided by an individual called Katie Benedetto. She claims she had a sexual relationship with you.
I don't know her. What age is she?
She's just turned 16. She says she was 14 when you first slept together.
That's not possible. A child, that's not possible.
There are doubts about her credibility as a witness.
The real issue, Mr. Spectre, is the confession. I think you should hear a little of the recording that was made. It might jog your memory.
Tell me about the first time. What was it like?
It made me sick. The smell disgusted me. The first was the worst and hardest to get over, but a switch had been flicked. A line crossed. Something was done that couldn't be undone. Something that separates you from the common herd. I was ill for 4 days after. You're in a state of existential shock. But then you find yourself unchallenged by divine and secular power. Okay. So why not do it again? But better.
Tell me, do you speak to them? To the women that you torture and kill?
No.
Do they die slowly?
Yes.
Loosening and tightening your grip around their throat, keeping them suspended between life and death.
Yes.
Binding them first?
Yes.
How long do you torture them?
You stop it. Please stop it.
Inflict sexual acts.
That can't be me talking. How would I forget something like that? That can't be me.
There are other recordings, Mr. Spectre. These are video recordings. The prosecution suggests that they were found on your phone, that you made them.
That's Rose?
Yes.
You want to be noticed. You want to be paid attention to, make your mark. Fine, hurt me. Do whatever you want to me. Do your worst. Nothing you can do will ever take away how much I love my husband, how much I love my children. Nothing you can do can make me value my life in any way. I will celebrate life. I love and I am loved, and nothing that you...
Why the fuck are you watching this? You sick shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nurse! Nurse! Paul! Paul, stop that. Could you step outside, please? Paul, that's enough. Paul, focus on your breathing. Focus on your breath. Come on, that's enough. Just in and out. Slow breathing. You're okay, Paul. In and out. Big, deep breaths. In and out. That's good. That's it. You're okay.
Jesus, what have we got ourselves into?
You having dice?
No?
Sure.
Yes.
See if you are, you can pack up your briefcase and sell houses instead.
I'm not.
Are you Sean Healy?
Yes.
Will you give this to Paul for me?
Katie.
Please, just give this to Paul.
Katie, you're in breach of your bail conditions. You're in serious trouble. We can't take that letter from you.
Katie, stop!
I can confirm that there has been a serious incident involving the wife and the 2 children of the defendant, Paul Spectre. All 3 are currently being treated in Belfast General Hospital. Their injuries are not life-threatening. In light of the torrent of publicity since Paul Spectre was arrested and charged, the Police Service Northern Ireland feel bound to urge the media to exercise restraint and caution in reporting the details of this case.
We've had a request to disclose your dream diary. Sean Healy wants his own handwriting expert to examine the entry Spectre made.
He's in hospital. He's incapacitated. And yet he's still infecting the lives of every person he comes into contact with. Everyone fucking crosses his path. He's a contagion.
Shall I just let them see that page?
They'll just come back asking for the rest. No. Clear it with the PPS. And if they agree, send all of it.
Can't believe that she would harm Livy. Just don't think she could do that. I can picture Sally nursing her. Just so blissfully happy. She'd never hurt her.
Where are you in that picture?
Where I always am. On the outside, looking in. When I was unconscious, I could see myself. In this room, I was able to see myself from above, lying in the bed, full of tubes and monitors.
Have you ever experienced anything like that before? Being outside of your body like that?
When I was young, yes. When things got really bad, I used to be able to split myself. If I was lucky, a part of me would just drift away to another place, better place.
Have you thought any more about what death means to you?
What I think can only disappoint you.
That doesn't matter.
I think that just as I didn't exist before I was born, I simply won't exist after I die.
I can't agree. Do you believe that you did the things they say you did?
Do you? If I did, then I wasn't arrested. I was rescued.
I need you to go to London. My boss at the Met, a man called Chris George, Chief Superintendent. I just spoke to him. He's agreed to sign the authorizations you'll need to access the Susan Harper files.
He's agreed to reopening the case?
He's agreed to let us look at the files. There's a flight leaving Belfast City in just over an hour. Your arm be all right?
Yeah.
Take Farrington.
These notes cover wound care and list the medications you're on. You've had 4 days of broad intravenous antibiotics, but I must remind you, because of the loss of your spleen, you will be on lifelong prophylactic antibiotics.
Is there any chance I could see my son before I go? Which one is it?
Just there. Do you remember him?
Do you think he looks like me?
A little bit, maybe.
I can walk. Hospital policy. Sit in the chair. Thank you for everything.
Detective Superintendent Gibson, I'm here to see Dr. Larson.
He's been expecting you. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Have I seen you somewhere before? You tell me.
This is 41, where Mr. Spectre will be housed. Doors are kept locked. All areas are monitored by CCTV. Staff have lockers here for personal belongings. You can leave a mobile phone and a keys here.
What level of supervision have you set for Spectre?
We have agreed to level 2 care for Mr. Spectre. Continual presence of nursing staff, but privacy granted for bathing. All patients in 41 are allocated a primary nurse.
Male?
Male.
How many beds are on this ward?
12 in all. All the patients we have on the ward at present have access to their rooms at all times, except when they are being cleaned. Some patients have keys to lock their bedroom doors, but staff carry override keys. This way, please. Most of the patients are on pharmacological therapy will assess the need for a drug strategy for Mr. Spectre. Care and treatment is provided by a multidisciplinary team, but I will do the legal assessments. Yeah, Mr. Spectre is here now. There's coffee here. Please help yourself.
Thank you.
I'm going to greet him. Mr. Spectre, I'm August Larsson, the lead clinician here. Follow me, please. Nurse Ritchie will orientate you. I will be along to talk to you in a little while.
Follow me, Paul.
Some toiletries for you there, and that's your information on ward routines, policies and procedures. You hungry?
I haven't been eating much. I'd like some water.
I'll get you some.
Do you have time to talk?
Yes.
Have a seat, please.
Actually, I have some things I want to show you.
Hmm? And you're certain these are his work?
Yes.
Is this his poem?
I think so.
Dark voices tonight. Foreign ladies talking to dangerous men. Their eyes are lunar divisions. They lie on dead sheets. The drunken midnight approach. Her smile is crooked lamplight. Red lips parting. Soft vowels begging. Feeding the night.
Some clean clothes for you.
Is this his too? I don't believe in love. At least I believe in love, but not in happiness. The only love that lasts is unhappy love.
Again, I think it must be him. I haven't found either on an internet search. There are some things in there that are new to me. He writes at one point about the battle, as he perceives it, between good Paul and bad Paul. He describes standing back, being a spectator of his own actions, that there's an observing self and a participating self. There is a dazzling array of perversions. And beyond the sadism and the overwhelming fetishism with female underwearness, he was a voyeur, a transvestite, into autoeroticism and necrophilia. There's also signs of Pygmalionism, his obsession with mannequins and dolls. I've sometimes wondered if he breathed air into his dying victims to prolong their lives, so that they could see clearly that he was going to kill them.
When young children are abused, they experience fear and anxiety. They then attempt to contain those feelings by acting out sadistically. If a person is able to do to others what he fears may be done to him, he may no longer be afraid.
You assume he was abused?
He was in Gothenburg, I think.
Doctor, I understand that for you he's a patient, an abused child, someone who deserves understanding and compassion even. But to me, he's a sexual predator. And it's my job to protect the potential victims from the threat that he poses.
Viewed from a psychodynamic perspective, even the most apparently insane violence has meaning in the mind of the person who commits it. I have to try to understand that meaning and learn from it in the attempt to prevent further violence.
Just don't underestimate the threat, the danger that Paul Spectre represents.
I won't. Do you have an idea about Mr. Spectre's pre-morbid IQ?
He was tested as a child and scored in the very superior intelligence band.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Psychiatry needs feedback from patients. It's realized in interpersonal contact, so trust is essential. It is not my place to judge him for what he may or may not have done, but I will try to get to the truth of the matter for the court and for you.
He is going to prison.
Let me show you out.
Try to eat some fruit at least.
Rose Stagg is waiting for you, ma'am. She's in the interview room.
What's happening with the Benedetto girl?
She's in custody, due in court again tomorrow.
Will you sit in with us, Gail?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the next thing that you remember?
Darkness and movement being thrown around. I think he must have drugged me when he gave me water. It took me a while to work out what was happening. That I was in the car, the boot of a car. It was terrifying. I was thrown around horribly, particularly towards the end. I felt like a rag doll. Every bump made me cry out. Then the car stopped. The engine was turned off. The driver's door opened. And then silence. I waited and waited, but nothing happened. I realized I'd been left there alone. There were some old water bottles in the boot, so at first I could drink. But then there wasn't any left. I tried to pull the brake lights out to let in more air, but I couldn't shift them. I felt so weak. There was no air. I became obsessed with the sound of my own breathing. I'd fall asleep, but I'd have no idea for how long. At first, I thought I could tell whether it was day or night from the smell of the air. But then the air got staler and staler. I lost all track of time. I tried to think about the kids, but I couldn't focus. I felt my brain was shutting down. The last thing I remember was thinking that I should burrow, that I should dig down into the earth to hide, to feel safe and warm, like an animal digging. I don't remember anything after that.
Thank you.
Can I talk to you? Alone? Without the tape?
This is DC Gil McNally suspending the interview at 10:43 p.m.
I haven't been completely honest with you. I led you to believe that after that one time he strangled me, that it ended. But it didn't.
I suspected as much.
It wasn't that simple. We went to some dark places. The first time it happened, I was using my mouth on him. He squeezed his legs around my neck. I couldn't breathe.
Take your time.
He squeezed really tight. I thought I was going to pass out, but he released me. He treated it a bit like a game at first. I'd already begun to think he didn't have much enthusiasm for ordinary intercourse. But then things got more serious. He asked me to play dead. And then there was the time that I told you about. I think he revived me mouth to mouth. There were times when he wanted to use a plastic bag on me. On himself. He said that we all try to live in the light. That we all try to build walls around us to block out the darkness, the danger that's out there. But it can't be done. It's a lie. That in reality, there are dark gods out there. And that men could become gods on earth through a certain kind of sex.
And women?
I think so. I'm sorry. I can't really explain it.
Why did you walk away?
It felt to me that everything that was happening was about pleasing him. That it wasn't about me at all. I left him and I went back to Tom.
And what about Spectre?
He went to London, I think.
Did you and Spectre ever do drugs?
I think I told you that we drank a lot.
Cocaine?
No. Not with me, but maybe he did back then. My life with Tom couldn't be more different. Things have been difficult since the birth of Cody. Actually, since my first cesarean.
And how are they now?
It's strange. When he talks to me now, I don't really listen to the words that he's saying. Just to the tone of his voice. From that, I can work out whether he likes me or not. Whether he's emotionally close to me. Right now, he's angry. And I don't think he likes me very much.
Rose, there's something I need to tell you. I think that I'm the reason that Paul Spectre came after you.
How?
I think I revealed your identity as my informant when I used his name, Peter. The name that you gave me when I spoke to him on the phone. Using that name, together with the e-fit that we had created, I think led him straight to you. I was trying to convey that we were onto him. I was trying to scare him to stop the attacks. And it worked to the extent that he ran, but when we didn't do anything, when we didn't pounce, he came after you. I hadn't realized your relationship was so meaningful to him.
He said I was the only one. That I was the only girl.
I believe it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one to have made mistakes.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Bailey. Who are you?
I told him the Belfast Strangler.
Are you?
Maybe. Right now, I don't remember.
Wasn't well better now. Wasn't well better now. Wasn't well better.